ज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। नमो ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्तस्वामिन्निति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। We are reading from the book Beyond Birth and Death by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhu. We are in the 4th chapter. पुरुषः स परः पार्थ भक्त्या लभ्यस्त्वनन्यया यस्यान्तःस्थानि भूतानि येन सर्वम् idam tatam. The Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is greater than all, is attainable by unalloyed devotion. Although he is present in his abode, he is all pervading and everything is situated within him. So, during the last reading session, we heard the beautiful pastime of how Lord Shri Krishna blessed, tested his own devotee, Danavir Mayurdhwaj, and how unalloyed devotion was performed by Danavir Mayurdhwaj. If we are at all interested in reaching that supreme abode, the process as indicated here is bhakti. Bhaktya means devotional service, submission to the Supreme Lord. The root word for bhaktya is bhaj, which means service. The definition of bhakti given in the Narada Pancharatra is freedom from designation. Sarva upadhi vinirmuktam. We are attached to so many upadhis, right? So we have to become free from those upadhis. That is called as first class devotional service. Free from sarva upadhi vinirmuktam tat paratvena nirmalam rishikena rishikesha sevanam. Being freed from all so-called upadhis of this material world and thus being fully purified at heart, serving or engaging the senses in the service of the Lord of the senses. Rishikena Rishikesha Sevanam Bhaktir Uchyate. This is called as bhakti according to Narada Pancharatra. If one is determined to get out of all the designations that are attached to the pure spirit soul and which arise due to the body and are always changed when the body is changed, one can attain to bhakti. Let us read it again. If one is determined to get out of all the designations that are attached to the pure spirit soul and which arise due to the body and are always changed when the body is changed, one can attain to bhakti. So, if one can get out of these designations which are attached to the soul And these designations are arised because of the bodily conception of life, because of our false thinking, because of our wrong thinking that we are the bodies. When we think of ourselves as the bodies, then we will get attached to all the designations which are connected to the body. Just like, for example, we think I am the husband, I am the father of so many children, I am the son of so and so, I am the employee of so and so company, I am a big leader, or I am Hindu, I am Christian, I am a man. So all these things are called as bodily designations. These designations we get attached to because we identify ourselves with the body. So once we understand that we are spirit soul, we have no connection with this body, then we become free from the designation, and then one can attain to bhakti. Bhakti is realizing that one is pure spirit and not matter at all. Our real identity is not this body, which is simply a covering of the spirit soul, but our real identity is Dasa, servant of Krishna. When one is situated in his real identity and is rendering devotional service to Krishna, he is a bhakta. Now, sometimes people may think Dasa or servant means like a very low position. No, in the material context, a Dasa or a servant means a low person, is not given much respect. But in the spiritual life, it is exactly opposite. In spiritual life, just like how the master is worshipped, similarly the servant is worshipped. This is the position of servant in spiritual life. In fact, Krishna says in Srimad Bhagavatam that those who say that they are my devotees, they are not actually my devotees. But those who say that they are the devotees of my devotees are my actual devotees. So you see, Krishna gives preference not to the devotees, not to the direct devotees, but to the devotees of the devotees. Dasa, dasa, anudasa, servant of the servant of the servant. One who feels so humble that he thinks himself as 100 times, 1,000 times down servant. He is the highly elevated soul in the calculation of the Mahatmas, in the calculation of Lord Krishna. When one is situated in his real identity and is rendering service to Krishna, he is a bhakta. Rishikena Rishikesha Sevanam, engaging the senses in the service of the Lord of the senses. When our senses are free from material designations, we will utilize them in the service of the master of the senses, Rishikesha or Krishna. As Rupa Goswami points out, we have to serve Krishna favorably. Generally, we want to serve God for some material purpose or gain, right? Very common to see this in the outside world. Right? We generally worship God for some material purpose. Today itself, in the every day we have morning Srimad Bhagavatam class discourses by senior devotees. Today was a class by His Grace Madhu Pandit Prabhu, and he was saying that the mood of the deities, how will be the mood of the deities during the morning sadhana time, the morning 4:30 a.m. to 9:30 or 10 o'clock, and during the whole day after 10 o'clock till the altar closes, temple closes. What will be the mood of the deities in the temple? Will it be the same? No, it will be different. And Madhu Pandit Prabhu says that it will be visible for those who are little advanced in devotional service. They can see that how the deities are actually looking at the devotees in front of them. When the devotees who don't seek anything from the Lord, when the morning during 4:30 to 9:30, when there are only the devotees, not many of the outsiders, but only the devotees who have understood the proper bhakti and who are trying to perform, who are on the path of, who are striving hard to reach the pure devotional platform. Such devotees, when they come in front of the Lord for Mangalarti, during chanting, for Darshanarti, they don't pray to the Lord, "Oh Lord, give me money. Oh Lord, give me a car. Oh Lord, give me a bungalow. Oh Lord, I have a disease, please cure it. Oh Lord, my daughter is not getting married, please get her married. Oh Lord, my son is not getting job, please get him a nice job." No, nobody prays like this. Everybody prays, "My dear Lord Krishna, my dear Srimati Radharani, please bless me with pure devotional service. Let my heart be so clean that I may perform pure devotional service unto you. Let my heart be free from all material contaminations." These are the prayers of the devotee. So the Lord also responds. Lord is very happy. The deities are very happy. They are in very happy mood that their devotees are so nishkama, without any material desires. But as soon as there is time for the other devotees to enter the temple, the external visiting devotees, as soon as the public starts entering the temple, they will all come with so many lists. Everybody will come up with a list. "Krishna, I love you, but please fulfill this desire of mine. Krishna, I will give you so and so donations. Please get my this work done. My property is stuck up somewhere. Please get this done." Right? All the material desires. And that is why Lord also is ready, according to their karma, according to their surrender, He will reciprocate. Right? But what is the mood of the Lord? During the morning sadhana hours, Lord is very happy because the devotees are not asking for anything. They are asking only advancement in devotional service. Whereas throughout the day, all the people who come to the temple, they only ask for material desires. Lord is not happy. But still, although they come to the Lord with material desires, at least they approach the Lord with some desires. At least they're approaching the Lord. That is the plus point. That is how temples are built. So that when they come, suppose 10,000 people come, out of them, so many will chant in the Harinama Mantapa, they'll get some piety. And some of them may give some small donation to the temple, they will get piety, they'll get punya. And some of them may speak to some of the devotees, some of the brahmacharis who are practicing devotional service, and they will come to know about what is pure devotional service, and they may start chanting regularly, and they may become again the Nishkama Bhaktas. That is why these temples are there. So, as Rupa Goswami points out, we have to serve Krishna favorably. Generally, we want to serve God for some material purpose or gain. Of course, one who goes to God for material gain is better than one who never goes. As I said, it is plus point. It is better. He is better than those who are sleeping at home till late, morning, and who never bother to come to temple. But we should be free from desire for material then. Coming to temple with material desire is better than not coming to temple, but that is not all in all. Best devotional service is not to have any material desire. Our aim should be to understand Krishna. Of course, Krishna is unlimited and it is not possible to understand Krishna. But we have to accept that we can, but we have to accept what we can understand. Bhagavad Gita is specifically presented for our understanding. Through receiving knowledge in this way, we should know that Krishna is pleased and we should serve him favorably according to his pleasure. Krishna consciousness is a great science with immense literatures, and we should utilize them for the attainment of bhakti. So, Krishna consciousness is not some fanaticism, it is not some sentimentalism, it is a science based on so many Vedic literatures. It is not that blindly because I like Krishna, I am worshipping Krishna. No. Krishna is accepted by all the great personalities as the supreme personality of Godhead. Shankaracharya says, Bhaja Govindam, Govindam Bhaja Mudhamate, Samprapte, Sannihite Kale, Nahi Nahi Rakshati Dukran Karane. Punarapi Jananam, Punarapi Maranam, Punarapi Janani, Jatare Shayanam, Iha Samsare, Bahudustare, Kripaya Pare Pahi Murare. O Murari Krishna, you are my savior. And in the glories of Srimad Bhagavad Gita, Shankaracharya says, Eko Shastram Devaki Putra Geetam, Eko Devam Devaki Putra Eva, Namapi Ekam Tasya Namani Yani, Dharmapi Ekam Tasya Devasya Seva. Let there be one literature for the entire universe. That is the Gita spoken by the Devaki Nandan Krishna. Let there be one God for the entire universe. That is the Devaki Sutta Krishna. Eko Shastram Devaki Putra Geetam. Eko Devaha Devaki Putra Eva. Namapi Ekam Tasya Namani Yani. Let there be one name, one mantra to be chanted by the entire universe, and that is the names of Krishna. That is what very kindly Srila Prabhupada has given to us. The Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. And Karmapi Ekam Tasya Devasya Seva. Let there be one karma, one activity for the entire universe. And that is service unto Krishna. Tasya Devasya Seva. The whole group of great personalities, Shankaracharya, Ramanujacharya, Madhvacharya, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is none other than Krishna himself. Nimbaraka Swami, Vishnu Swami, all the four Sampradayas, they all accept Krishna as the supreme personality of God. So it is not some blind belief that because I like Krishna, so there was some mythological personality by name Krishna, that is why I worship him. No. It is a fact that Krishna appeared. It is a fact that Krishna performed wonderful activities on this same planet where we are living. In this same country, India. So, Krishna consciousness is a great science with immense literatures, and we should utilize them for the attainment of Purushaha Saparaha. In the spiritual sky, the Supreme Lord is present as the Supreme Person. There are innumerable self-luminous planets there, and in each one, an expansion of Krishna resides. They are four-armed and have innumerable names. They are all persons, they are not impersonal. These Purushas or persons can be approached by bhakti, not by challenge. A very small glimpse of the spiritual world. There are so many planets, just like we have different planets in this material universe. There are so many planets in the Vaikuntha world as well. And in each planet, Krishna's another expansion exists in a four-handed form. And they are not impersonal, they are all persons. These Purushas or persons can be approached by bhakti, not by challenge. Philosophical, not by challenge, philosophical speculation or mental concoctions or by physical exercises, but by devotion without the deviations of fruitive activities. Ananyas chintayanto mam. What is the Purushaha, the Supreme Person like? Yasyantastani bhutani yena sarvam idam tatam. Every living entity and everything is within him, and yet he is without, all pervading. How is that? He's just like the sun, which is situated in one place and yet is present all over by its rays. Right? Right? In fact, Vishnu Puran or one of the Puran, it says that just like how a light, a candle is placed in one place and its light is spread throughout. Similarly, Krishna is present in one place, but his energies are spread everywhere. He is just like the sun, which is situated in one place and yet is present all over by its rays. Although God is situated in his Dhama Paramam, the supreme abode, his energies are distributed everywhere. Nor is he different from his energies inasmuch as the sunshine and the sun are non-different. Just like sunshine and sun, they are simultaneously same and different. Similarly, Krishna and his energies, energy is separated from Krishna, but still energy is same as Krishna. Since Krishna and his energies are non-different, we can see Krishna everywhere if we are advanced in devotional service. Right? So, how do we see Krishna everywhere? Just like Arjuna also asked this question to Krishna. How can I see you everywhere? Because Krishna says, I am all pervading, I am everywhere, everything comes from me, I am present everywhere. How can I see you? Then Krishna says, Rasoham apsu kaunteya. I am the taste of water, O Arjuna. You drink that water every day. Right? Krishna says, I am the taste of that water. When we are drinking water, very easy. Krishna consciousness is very practical. When you drink water, remember this line of Krishna, that Krishna is the taste of water, which quenches our thirst. If Krishna is not present in the water as taste, it cannot quench our thirst. Rasoham apsu kaunteya prabhasmi shashi surayah. Krishna says, we see the sunlight and moonlight every day. I am that sunlight, I am that moonlight. Prabha asmi shashi surayah. I am the prabha of sun and moon. Pranavah sarva vedeshu. Pranavaha. Every Vedic mantra starts Om, which is called as Pranava. Krishna says, I am that Om. Pranavaha sarva vedeshu. So, Krishna is everywhere, and if we are advanced in devotional service, we can see Krishna in this way everywhere. That is how the great devotees could perceive the presence of Krishna everywhere, because everything has emanated from him. Everything is his energy. So how can we miss out seeing Krishna? Right? Premanjana churita bhakti vilochanena santah sadaiva hridayeshu vilokayanti. Another beautiful way Lord Brahma described in Brahma Samhita. How does a yogi, he, how vilokayanti, santaha, the devotees, the great mystics, the yogis, they see Krishna in their heart always. How? Because their eyes are tainted with the ointment of love. Premanjana churita bhakti vilochanena. Prema anjana. Eyes are tainted with love. With the original personality of Godhead, Govindam Adipurusham Tamaham Bhajami, whom the pure devotees, whose eyes are smeared with the ointment of God, always observe within their hearts. Because this ointment of love is there in the eyes of the great devotees, Santaha. That is why they can see the Supreme Lord in their hearts. Those who are filled with love of God see God constantly before them. It is not that we saw God yesterday night and he is no longer present. For one who is Krishna conscious, Krishna is always present and can be perceived constantly. Right? Many times we see this, sometimes out of some kind of bhava, some kind of temporary sentiment, people see, or they say that they saw Krishna somewhere. Sometimes somebody was explaining to me, he and his wife went to some temple and his wife could see Krishna on the wall. Oh, foolishness. Krishna is present in the form of the deities in the temple, and that deity form Krishna is worshipped every day by the devotees without any material desires. And somebody having so many material desires, they go to the temple and they see Krishna on the wall. What foolishness. This is not appreciated by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada, when I chant Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, I see some kind of light in front of me. I am, getting elevated and I am seeing God, in the form of light. Prabhupada says, he immediately cuts that devotee's words and he says, you chant more loudly, that light will disappear. Because Krishna consciousness is not so sentimental. Krishna consciousness is not so cheap. Krishna consciousness understanding comes from the Shastras. Yes, one will be elevated to see Krishna everywhere. It's not that you will see Krishna and in the deities you cannot see Krishna. What kind of foolishness is this? You recognize the air every room, but you don't see the fan. Those who are filled with love of God see God constantly before them. It's not that for some time during when they go to temple, some sentiment comes, some bhava comes, and on the plain wall some Krishna is seen. No. Those who are filled with real love for God, those who really love Krishna, they see Krishna everywhere. And they see Krishna constantly. It is not that we saw God yesterday night and he is no longer present. No. For one who is Krishna conscious, Krishna is always present and can be perceived constantly. We simply have to we simply have to develop the eyes to see him. So this is the qualification. We have to develop our eyes to see him. Due to our material bondage, the covering of material senses, we cannot understand what is spiritual. But this ignorance can be removed by this process of chanting Hare Krishna. How is this? A sleeping man may be awakened by sound vibration. Although a man may be for all intents and purposes unconscious, he cannot see, feel, smell, etc. The sense of hearing is so prominent that a sleeping man may be awakened just by sound vibration. Right? This is very practical. Anybody is sleeping, you shout out his name loudly, that person will get up. Sometimes even if you shake him also, the person may be in so deep sleep that he may not be able to get up. But because the ears are very sharp, and when all the senses are shut, ears are actually open. It is said ears are the senses which remain active till the last breath. When our senses get slowly dead, all the senses will get dead, and the last sense which goes off is the ears. So the sense of hearing is so important that sleeping man be awakened just by sound vibration. Similarly, the spirit soul, although now overpowered by sleep of material contact, can be revived by this transcendental sound vibration of Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna is simply an address to the Supreme Lord and his energies. Hare means energy, and Krishna is the Supreme Lord. So when we chant Hare Krishna, we are saying, O energy of the Lord, O Lord, please accept me. We have no other prayer for acceptance by the Lord. There is no question of praying for daily bread, right? For the bread is always there. Hare Krishna is but an address to the Supreme Lord, requesting him to accept us. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself prayed, Ainanda tanuja kinkaram patitam mam vishame bhavam budho kripaya tava pada pankajastita dhuli sadrisham vichintaya. O son of Maharaj Nanda, I am your eternal servitor, and Although I am so, somehow or other, I have fallen in the ocean of birth and death. Please, therefore, pick me up from this ocean of death and fix me as one of the atoms at your lotus feet. Full prayer by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is Krishna himself disguised as his own devotee. If one wants to set an example of a devotee, and if Krishna himself wants to set that example, he himself comes as his own devotee and sets the example of what is pure devotional service. The only hope for a man fallen in the middle of the ocean is that someone will come and pick him up. If someone just comes and hauls him but a few feet out of water, he is immediately relieved. Similarly, if we are somehow lifted from the ocean of birth and death by the process of Krishna consciousness, we immediately are relieved. Although we cannot perceive the transcendental nature of the Supreme Lord, his name, fame, and activities, if we establish ourselves in Krishna consciousness, gradually God will reveal himself before us. We cannot see God by our own endeavor, but if we qualify ourselves, God will reveal himself and then we will see. Very important to note. It's not that by our own endeavor we will see God one day. No. God reveals himself by his own will. If he wants to give us his audience, he will give by his will. It's not that because I want to see God, he will. We can only desire, we can only pray to him, please give me your darshan. We can only pray. But it is his desire, it is his will whether to give darshan to me or not. If we qualify ourselves, God will reveal himself and then we will see. No one can order God to come before him and dance, but we have to work in such a way that Krishna will be pleased to reveal himself to us. Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, the spiritual master of our spiritual master A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, he says, don't try to see God, but serve him in such a way that he will try to see you. Very, very important statement made by Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati. We should not try to see God, but we should work in such a way that God will see us. This is our process. Krishna gives us information about himself in Bhagavad Gita, and there is no question of doubting it. We just have to feel it, understand it. There is no preliminary qualification necessary for the understanding of Bhagavad Gita because it is spoken from the absolute platform. The simple process of chanting the names of Krishna will reveal what one is, what God is, what the material and spiritual universes are, why we are conditioned, how we can get out of that conditioning, and everything else step by step. So all these things can be understood if we chant the names of Krishna, especially the Hare Krishna Mahamantra every day without fail. Actually, the process of belief and revelation is not foreign to us. Every day we place faith in something that we have confidence will be that we have confidence will be revealed later. We may purchase a ticket to go to India. Srila Prabhupada is writing this text somewhere in other country. We may purchase a ticket to go to India, and on the basis of the ticket, we have faith that we will be transported there. What is a ticket? A piece of paper, right? But we have faith, strong faith that that piece of paper will take us to the particular country. Why should we pay money for a ticket? We do not just give the money to anyone. The company is authorized and the airplane is authorized, so faith is created. Without faith, we cannot take one step forward in the ordinary course of our life, right? Faith is very important. Faith we must have, but it must be faith in that which is authorized. It is not that we have blind faith, but that we accept something that is recognized. Bhagavad Gita is recognized and accepted as scripture by all classes of men in India. And as far as outside India is concerned, many scholars, theologians, and philosophers accept Bhagavad Gita as a great authoritative work. You can do a research. You can find out from ChatGPT or Google that which are all those great philosophers or theologians or scholars or scientists who accept Bhagavad Gita, who have read Bhagavad Gita and who have accepted Bhagavad Gita in their life. You'll get a big list. So they accept Bhagavad Gita as a great authoritative work. There is no question that Bhagavad Gita is authority. Even Professor Albert Einstein, such a scientist, read Bhagavad Gita regularly. From Bhagavad Gita, we have to accept that there is a spiritual universe which is the kingdom of God. If somehow we are transported to a country where we are informed that we will no longer have to undergo birth, old age, disease, and death, will we not be happy? Because in this material world, we are suffering. Suffering because of repetition of birth, suffering because of the repeated diseases, suffering because of the old age, suffering because of the death. And these four things are repeating. So will we not be happy if we come to know that there is a place We go there, these things are not there. If we heard of such a place, surely we would try as hard as possible to go there, right? No one wants to grow old. No one wants to die. Indeed, a place free of such sufferings would be our heart's desire, right? Everybody's heart's desire is to be in a place where there is no suffering. At heart, everybody wants such place, but they don't want to work out, to find that place and to go to that place. Why do we want this? Why do we want such a place? Because we have the right, the prerogative to want it. We are eternal as a spirit soul. Why do we want it? Because we are spirit soul, because we are eternal, because we are full of bliss. Constitutional position is to be eternal, full of knowledge and full of bliss. And we are in a foreign place where we are not full of bliss, we are not full of knowledge, and we are not eternal because we identify with the body. That is why we are not happy. So once we go to a place, transport ourselves to a place where we get the body, the spiritual body, which is eternal, which is full of knowledge and which is full of bliss. And that is where the real Ananda begins. We are eternal, blissful, and full of knowledge, but having been covered by this material entanglement, we have forgotten ourselves. Bhagavad Gita gives us the advantage of being able to revive our original status. The Shankarites, means the followers of Shankaracharya, the Buddhists, the followers of Buddha, claim that the world beyond is void. But Bhagavad Gita does not disappoint us like this. The philosophy of voidness has simply created atheists. We are spiritual beings and we want enjoyment, but as soon as our future is void, we will become inclined to enjoy this material life. In this way, the impersonalists discuss the philosophy of voidism while trying as much as possible to enjoy this material life. One may enjoy speculation, one may enjoy speculation in this way, but there is no spiritual benefit. Brahma bhutah prasannatma na shochati na kankshati samah sarveshu bhuteshu madbhaktim labhate param. One who is thus transcendentally situated at once realizes the supreme Brahman. One who is thus transcendentally situated, Brahma bhutaha prasannatma. One who is thus transcendently situated is at once realizes the supreme Brahman. He never laments or desires to have anything. Na shochati, na kankshati. Samah sarveshu bhuteshu. He is equally disposed to every living entity. In that state, he attains my pure devotional service. Mad bhaktim labhate param. Param bhakti, the supreme pure devotional service, he attains unto Krishna. He who has progressed in devotional life and who is relishing service to Krishna will automatically become detached from material enjoyment. The symptom of one absorbed in bhakti is that he is fully satisfied with Krishna. So here the fourth chapter ends. We will continue in the next session with fifth chapter, that is associating with Krishna. Thank you all for joining this session. Vishwaguru Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Nitai Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Hari.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.